Hey friends, it's so nice to see you. It's me, Christiana Gaudet, your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I am here, as I usually am on a Thursday, with the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter Recap. Tarot Topics comes into your inbox every Wednesday. We come on here on Friday and we talk about it. So that's what we do. This week, and we do a different topic each week. That's what that is. This week, our topic, hang on one second, I have to hit a button. There it is, got it. This week, our topic is happy accidents. Now, I knew the term happy accident, and it's one that I use a lot to talk about those things that go differently than we expected them to, but turn out better than we expected. And so I knew that was going to be my topic. But what I didn't know is where that term came from. It's a Bob Ross term. Now, I've never watched The Joy of Painting, but of course I know who Bob Ross is and how much joy and creativity he brought to people. And so happy accident came from him. What a great thing. So today, our questions are going to be, really about difficult things happening in your life and the good things that can come out of them. Or any good things you see happening in your life and what might come out of that, or any difficult things you see coming out of your life and what good things might come out of them. So basically anything, you can pretty much ask any kind of question and we will find a way to do a reading. Of course, a special shout out to the members and the moderators. We appreciate you very much. And let's shout out Gen Xers Just Walk. Let me say it. Gen Xers Just Walk It Off. Great name. Who has become a member at the stars level. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your support of this channel. Really appreciate it. Let's get on over to CardCam, where you can see, oh good, you're here, Gen Xers, you're here. I'm so glad. All right, we are very, very happy to have you. There is a whole playlist of members only stuff, and there's a members only live stream coming up at the end of the month. And oh my goodness gracious, Wendy Robinson has gifted a membership to Bella Luna. That is fabulous. Thank you so much, Wendy. Really, really, really appreciate that. Fabulous. And apparently the kitty and other graphics are working. That was fun. Gen Xers Just Walk It Off. We're so glad you did too. Absolutely. And I do want to remind you and everyone that we have a live stream for everyone this evening where we will be celebrating the equinox together with tarot. So join us this evening. The link is already up, 7 p.m. And of course, Gen Xers, check out the whole playlist of members only stuff available to you and some special stuff available to you at that stars level. So very, very much appreciated. All right. Keep a good eye on me, moderators and anybody else. I'm going to let you know that I'm not thrilled with the way my chat is setting up today. And so keep a good eye on me and make sure I'm not missing anybody. All right, here we go. Starting with 64 Amy Penn. So glad you're here. My happy accident for the week were job interviews. Hallelujah. Will anything come from them? Great question. Let's take a look and see. And oh my goodness, Lily, I see you, Lily. I just want you to know I see you. And that's important because we had a weird glitch and Lily was here and I couldn't see her. Most frustrating thing. And she was so good at working with me, sending me screenshots, helping me work with YouTube help to figure out what the problem was, which was on our end. It was not YouTube wide. It was on our end, but I was able to fix it. So Lily, thank you for being a member for more than 2 years. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for working with me and for your patience with that, because what a pain in the butt was that. Glad we got it fixed. Lumen, so good to see you. It has been a long time. Glad you're here. All right, here we go. 64, Amy Penn. What's going to come of these job interviews? Well, it'll take some time. I think at least one of them really, they like your experience and the fact that you're very hardworking. There could be something good that comes out of all of this. There could be money that comes out of all of this, a job that comes out of all of this, but it will take time. And keep looking elsewhere as well. Okay, Vaishali, good to see you. What is the happy accident that has happened to me? Are there any happy accidents that are going to happen to me in the near future? Okay, well, I mean, I think like the thing you need most is friends. And I think a lot of times, like in my life, that's where my happy accidents are. Like I'll look at some of my friends and I'll be like, how in fact did we get to be friends? How did we go from being, you know, whatever we were to actually the friendship we have? And those are the happiest accidents in my life. And I think that could be in your life as well. So I would say being open to friends, really. Hey, Betty, good to see you. Jeannie Mnuchin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. I've had some unexpected hiccups coming up to performance, right? And you texted me, I'm aware. Will there be more accidents or happy accidents coming up to this performance? What would those be? Anything I should be aware of? So some of the hiccups have been people getting sick and not being able to do their jobs. And I think the people who come in to replace them will do well. And that itself is a happy accident. And that is not to say that the original people in those places would not have done well. But I do think this may help you recognize some new talent and build your community. So that feels really, really good. You know, you're going to be worried all the way up because we always are, all the way up till curtain. We always are. But I feel like, you know, those of us who create events, there is something here where we just have to, like, you put it out to the universe, you get it planned, and then whatever happens, happens. The wheels are in motion and we just got to go. The thing I'm going to say is that the people that you have involved in this, many of them are looking forward to it and are very excited for the opportunity. And I think that's the beautiful thing. You know, the idea that you're perceived as giving people opportunity is going to serve you very well. So I love that. All right, TJ and GA, good to see you. I'm wondering what the meaning and outcome could be of my very low energy and fatigue. Have you seen a doctor? That's one where you really, I'll do the reading, but do not sit, do not wait. Go to the doctor. As soon as that shows up, you go to the doctor. You want to hear a really funny story? I had that very same thing. Now, I take a particular vitamin, I'll tell you, it's B12, because a doctor told me to, because I tested low for B12. So we got some new B12, and the dosage was the same, but I did not see that the amount in each one was larger. And so I did not read the label on the new one beyond saying dose 2. So I kept taking 2, and then suddenly I'm having this fatigue issue. Back at the doctor, guess what it was? Too much of that vitamin. Like that simple, right? But it could have really hurt me if I kept doing it over time. So I'm not saying that that's what it is for you, but I am saying that you don't want to sit on that. You know, you definitely want to go get the blood test right away. All right. Now, what do I see about this? Yeah, see, I do. I think it's going to be something regarding you have to see a doctor. I think it's medical. And I think it'll be fixed. I don't think it's anything serious in terms of like, this is the first sign of some terrible diagnosis. No, I don't. But I do think that there is something out of balance in your body that needs to be figured out. That's my guess. All right. Hey, Medium That Rocks, so good to see you. For those of you who have been following along, Medium That Rocks broke some fingers and had to have surgery, and it went well. So we've all been sending prayers for that. And we will do your reading, but everyone send continued well wishes for healing for Medium That Rocks, please. All right, Smile Soul 20. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Oh, I'm getting ready to read for you. Didn't even see the question. So we're going to keep in mind that I did pull Strength Reversed for Smile Soul 20, which might say that something might piss you off at first may turn out to be a good thing. But we'll get to you when I see your question. Okay. It's good to see you. Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Great newsletter, and thanks for including links for the Bob Ross Oracle deck. So this is my thing, because there's so many great decks out there now. Whenever I'm doing any kind of a topic, I will Google, is there a deck that goes with this? And lo and behold, there was a Bob Ross deck. How great is that? And a great article from Benabel Wen. Yes, thank you. Thinking of Bob Ross always brings a smile to my face. My question about happy accidents. I have not been enjoying being in the office for a number of reasons. Yeah, I can guess what some of those reasons are. However, I enjoy the 4 little birds who visit my window every morning. That's so great. Earlier this week, I was on a call and a huge crow was sitting outside my window looking at me. I had an audible reaction. It was a huge bird, deep black with a large beak, just gorgeous. I'm curious why the crow appeared. I love this question. Happy accident? Coincidence? Is there a message the crow has for me? I asked the card and the Page of Pentacles kept coming up. Well, can we just talk about that for a minute? Page of Pentacles, a message specifically about work. If the thing that you're liking best about your job right now are the birds outside your window, I think a big old bird had to come tell you that. Let's see what the cards say. And I think it's a message about a new job. I really do. A new job. Get a new damn job. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Because Page of Pentacles, that's so, so clear in that way. Okay, but let's see. Yeah, I feel like, and the thing is, birds, the idea of interpreting birds, first of all, augury, literally, divination with birds, augury. And, we see birds as psychopomps, those who can cross between the world of the living and the world of the dead. Now, can they really? Probably not. But if they could, we're not with them. We don't know. But in mythology and in history, that's what we've seen. We've seen that they bring the spirits of the living of the dead back to visit the living and all kinds of stuff. So we take birds really, really seriously in divination. And I think these 2 cards really say, and you have a good job and you've been good at your job, but I think these 2 cards sort of say there's no place for you to go. Even if it weren't. Oh, Betty Fleischer, can you say more, especially cardinals and crows? Skip right to the crow. Oh, medium that rocks. My nan sends crows. Does anyone, because I know there's a lot of lore about crows. Does anyone know any particular lore about crows that could be helpful here? I don't, but maybe you do. Let me know. So to me, this really says that, like, even if it were not about what the administration is doing, even if it were not about Eddie Haskell, you've done everything that you needed or wanted to do in this job. Like, even if your job was just perfect, it's still time to move on. And I think that's exactly what it is. It's really encouraging you to look for a new job. Okay, so let's see. We have from Betty, crows are good omens if they come to your yard. Jeannie commenting on the psychopomp thing, that flight is the bridge between earthly planes and the air, the cosmos, absolutely. Melissa, cardinals, I always interpret as my ancestors visiting. Crows, death and transformation. And in this case, transformation, certainly. And so I think this is not like to say, get off your ass already. I think it's more to say, you know, we are clearing a path for you to make this easy. This is going to be easier than you think. All right. Who is up next? It is Febborn. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Can you ask the cards what synchronicities? I know what you're looking for. You're looking for signs and synchronicities that will let you know your mother, who is just recently, for those of you who have been following along, Febborn's 100-plus-year-old mother just passed. And Febborn, you are looking for signs from her. It is not too soon. Oh, and look at that. What do we get? A woman with a bird, right? I think it's the same thing. I think it's going to be birds. Look for birds. Look for birds. And maybe it's going to be specific birds. Maybe it's going to be birds doing specific things. But if you watch for birds, you'll know. Martha Vink, so good to see you. Thanks for being here for more than a year as a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Happy vernal equinox. Yes, indeed. We're going to have a celebration here tonight, 7 p.m. I hope you all can join us. I'm having a spring fling lunch to celebrate the equinox at church. I love that. And don't we love that Martha's church is celebrating the equinox? Yay. May I have a word from the universe on the topic? Most certainly, yes. I think for you, Martha, your happy accidents right now are going to be about what takes you into retirement. The people that come into your life to help you figure out what you will do next and what that looks like for you. I feel like a lot of guidance comes to you. And some of that I think really is spiritual communication. But I also think a lot of guidance that comes as synchronicities or happy accidents, letting you know, not this, but that. Do this, don't do that. So be open to the guidance that comes to you spiritually and from the people around you. That allows you to sort of finish out your career in a really beautiful way and open up to your next chapter. Oh, interesting. On this conversation of birds, Febborn said she loves bluebird in the yard this morning. Well, there you go. Right there. That's mom. Medium that rocks. On my way to surgery, a crow was eating its prey in the middle of the road. Omen? Also, the page reversed is stalking me. Do you think it's significant to my fall? No, I think it's significant to how much you had to silence your own voice and let your voice be silenced to put up with everything you put up with in your life thus far. And I think the prey eating it's the predator eating its prey in the road is a good omen for business for you. Not that like we eat people, but you know what I mean. Okay, Justine, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for being a moderator and for using members-only emojis. Okay, so since we last spoke, your friend started dodging your texts, so you didn't go to Austin. She sent a BS text about having guy problems, but I can sense it's a lie. What happened? Why is she dodging me all of a sudden? Will she or her friend come back around? So remember, you and I talked about the idea that you don't really need an intercessory. You don't need someone to intercede for you to get a job. You can just go get a job on your own. And I would take this as a sign from the universe that's what you need to do. Now, looking... and did it really seem so promising? No. What I said is there might be a job there, but you should sleep in your car. I don't know how promising that sounded, you know? So I feel like for you, it was easier than having to go and officially look for work, which is really what you need to do, I think. But let's see what happened with this friend. I think what happened with this friend, I think it really is guy trouble, but it also goes to lifestyle. And remember, we were talking about how there's big lifestyle differences now between her and you. And so I think it's that. And I would take this as a sign that you dodged a bullet. And so now the question is, do you go to Galveston or do you look for work where you are? And I would say, because either way, you got to just go look for work, and there it is. Go to Galveston, look for work where you are. I'm going to say 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Doesn't really matter, but you have to do one. And the thing about Galveston is it's a different place. Like I still lean that way. Because A, I think it's easier to get a job there. And B, it's a different place, and I think that would be good for you. All right. Lily, yay, I'm so happy to be seeing you. You cannot know how happy I am to be seeing you, but you probably do. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for not giving up as we figured out what the problem was. Thanks for working with me on it. And thank you for using members-only emojis. I'm traveling next Wednesday to Florida, yay, and curious if all will go smoothly with no accidents, happy or otherwise. I will tell you one happy accident I had flying. One time I've ever flown first class. I got... I was a connecting flight situation, but plane was delayed, missed my connecting flight, and they put me on a new flight, first class at their expense. That was a happy accident traveling. Will all go smoothly? Probably not. There will probably be some delays, but everything will be safe and fine. I would just expect some delays, but no worries. It'll be fine, and I'll be so glad when you are back in Florida. Okay. Oh, I love this, Jeannie. Took a cat nap and woke up with the word circuitous routes. This reminded me of the topic because of the unexpected accidents, happy or sad, that throw you off your direct route. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Latrell, good to see you. Michael, so good to see you. Okay, Wendy Robeson, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for more than 2 years. Thanks for being a moderator. I didn't get a chance to read the newsletter. Can I get a reading about what the universe has to say to me about happy accidents? Yeah, don't wait for them. Don't wait for things to go your way. Make things go your way. Don't wait for the universe to move. Decide what you want and go get it. All right. Wendy, you are very welcome. Thank you so much. All right. Who is next? Betty Fletcher, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. So, I mean, I feel like you have had many happy accidents in your life. And right now, I think what I'm going to say is the time that you have in your life right now to be able to be healthy and well and self-determining, it was not always going to go that way. In a lot of ways, I feel like you are in this chapter, and this whole chapter can be such a gift for you. And so the more that you are in a place of gratitude, appreciation, and good boundaries, the better your life's going to be. And so I think this entire time in your life is a real blessing, and to use it as such. All right. Okay. Medium that rocks. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We appreciate you. My happy accident was the fall last week and the broken fingers. Check this out. Surgery went well on Monday. Cast comes off Friday, then more recovery. I'm out of work, so reevaluating that job, which we know you do not like. Could the happy accident be launching the business? Thinking of starting a Tarot Plus meetup at the clubhouse at the apartment community. Well, and I think so often, when we have this moment of reevaluation that we did not ask for, these things can happen. So should you start such a meetup, let's see, hang on a minute. I've got my cards all discombobulated. Give me a minute. Okay, good. Should you start such a meetup at your clubhouse? Absolutely. Absolutely, yes, you should. You absolutely should. By all means, you should. Yes, yes, and yes. Now, you might not want to use meetup.com because they're very expensive. You might want to do it just within, can people from outside the community come? How does that work? You'll have to figure all of that out, but I think this is a good idea and a good start. So yes, 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 yes. Okay. Hey, Christy Curtin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. This is Hanson Roberts Tarot. It's a classic from... Good Lord. Give me a minute. I'll tell you the date, but I need different glasses to do it. How crazy is that? But it's true. 1984, I think, was when this deck was published. And a good deck it is. All right. And so good to see you. All right, Latrell R. Morris, who is Von Ray, who has been a member here for 3 years. Happy accidents coming your way. Yeah, actually. I think maybe a great creative collaboration that could really help you on your journey. So look for people with whom to collaborate. Okay. Gen Xers, just walk it off. Thank you for being a new member. What might you see about a happy accident for me within the next few days? Interesting, interesting. Let's take a look. I think there is something that is going to come together for you in a very positive way that could go in a bad way, but it won't, if that makes sense. So I feel like there is something that could go either way that's going to go very well for you this week. Okay. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. What happy accidents do you see coming in my future? Short term. I'm all about that new love. I really think you're going to meet someone and it will indeed be a happy accident, which means probably not meeting them online. Just saying. Oh, Gen Xers, it did make sense. Good. All right. Mediha Ness, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Busy week. Haven't had a chance to read the newsletter. That's all right. Okay, I'll get to your question when I get there. The next question I see is Lumen. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I would like to ask, excuse me, about my most recent happy accident of discovering, after 15 years of floating in the world, I am back to considering work in creative therapy through somatics and returning to school. I love it. Will this roundabout journey, excuse me, will this roundabout journey put me in better alignment with my life purpose if I go back? What happy accidents may pop up? Okay, so do we think this is a good idea? Well, it is a life-changing idea. It opens you up to so much and something you've always wanted to do, but have been afraid of doing in the past. Like this is, you have more courage and more confidence right now is what this is. How will it go if you do this? It will require a great deal of tenacity. It will require some financial gyrations. It will require other people questioning you and you having to stick up for yourself. It will lead to fear and all kinds of stuff. But if you can do it, it will be fabulous. This is a very good idea. Just recognize it is a long, difficult path, but a very good idea. And that would lead to, many positive things. DH, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Okay, what does the universe want you to know about all this? I feel like there's some people you used to spend time with and don't anymore. Sometimes the happy accident is figuring out who we are no longer aligned with before we end up having to deal with them too much. And I think some of that has happened. And if it has, and it's left some bad feelings for you, try to be grateful. And this is for everyone. When people don't treat us right, try to be grateful that they've made our decisions easy or easier. So something like that is really what's showing up there, DH. Let me know how that makes sense. Okay. Mix you here. Good to see you. Thanks for your kind words. Okay. And here, Ness, Mediha Ness. I feel beat up with this current project. Lots of plaster disasters. No, I try to think of them as a chance to do a better one. Yeah, that is the thing, man. With anything creative, you may have to do something over and over again to get it right. Like the 8 of Pentacles. All right. Sarah F., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Oh, and Mixuir. I want to say thank you to you for the super sticker. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Wendy, I just did DH. Excuse me. Just did DH, but thanks for watching. Please do. Excuse me. And did I do medium that rocks question? Yes, I did. But keep at me because, as I said, the way that my chat is showing up is not to my liking. And so I'm afraid I'm going to skip people. So keep an eye. Oh, Ness, 8s are my birth cards. Repeat. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. So, Sarah F. Love Bob Ross, love birds. I heard the geese flying back this week. Spring is coming back. Could I have a reading? How can I bring more positive synchronicities into my life? Negative patterns like me. Sarah, here's the deal. You'll bring more positivity by acknowledging the things you don't like, acknowledging the negative patterns, but leaning into the things you do. Lean in. If you like something even a little bit, lean into it a lot, and that will help to bring more of what you like and less of what you don't. Jackie Masters, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Message from the universe on the newsletter topic. You got it. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Jackie. I think there will be some happy accidents in your life that have to do with meeting people. It could be romantic. It could be meeting people that will help you in career. It could be both. Could be new friends, but be open to meeting great new people. Okay, Ness, here's your question. Mediha Ness. Looking for other work, nothing in sight. Would having a studio and teaching kids work out? Ooh, I wish you could do it here. I could send my grandkids. Doesn't fit them. Oh, it does. It does. Yeah, no, that totally fits. It totally fits. Okay. Would opening a studio work out? I think it depends how much runtime you have, like how much runway you have financially. I think it would work out, and I think it would be great. I think it would be fabulous, but it would take time and money to do, and you wouldn't be making money right away. So if you could fund it to get it going, I think it would work out very well. It's kind of exciting, actually. Okay. Mixuir, here we are. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. And thank you for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. Jackie Masters, that does sound great. You're absolutely right. All right, Mixuir, Michelle in Canada. I had a happy accident surrounding my birthday. There ended up being a wonderful trivia night for asexual, aromantic folks, and I put off my birthday by an hour to go. I didn't have to mask my neurospiciness or limit my friendliness in fear of people thinking I was coming on to them. It was transformative and has me thinking about how I show up in the world. Still processing. What do I need to know about all of this? Also, I'm probably gray sexual, sex sometimes mostly ambivalent, or demisexual, need intimacy emotions with a partner before I want sex. I'm not sure which. Would love some wisdom about where I am on that spectrum. Yeah, I get that. All right. So, what you need to know about that is, I think it's really a juxtaposition of how much you have had to mask all of your life, how much energy goes into masking, and when you're not putting that energy into masking, how freeing it is and how good it feels just to be you. Right, I left that event with zero anxiety, right. And I think that's really important to recognize. Masking causes anxiety, perhaps. So I think you need to really look at that. And, I don't know. I think this opens up a whole new avenue for you. It could be a new social avenue, knowing new things about yourself, that maybe anxiety is not an extra thing. Maybe anxiety is not a brain chemistry thing. Maybe it comes from masking. Take that to your therapist and see what your therapist has to say. Seriously, this could be really good insight. Maybe there's other ways to deal with the necessary masking that don't have to be anxiety producing. Now, regarding like gray sexual versus demisexual, and I think both can exist in the same space. You have therapy at 1:30. Well, good. Now we know what you're talking about. Good. I'm going to say you're probably demi is really what it is. But because like sex in so many ways is a social function, generally speaking, and because so much of your social functioning has been difficult because of the neurospicy thing, I think it's gotten all messed up. So take all of this to therapy, because I think that's the root of everything in a lot of ways. That if you could have just been your normal self and been encouraged just to be normal you, and if your normal you had been normalized, I think things would be very different. So the question is, how do you undo the damage and how do you start that normalization now? I think that's the question. I don't know. Ask your therapist. But yeah, I think that's where we're at. And I think you've discovered something really, really interesting that could help you a great deal. Okay. Oh, interesting. Latrell, I'm actually working on 2 anthologies with different people. This is going to help you. Rebecca, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. I just recently purchased a very cute and beautiful mini version. I've seen those. They're adorable. Of Hanson Roberts with the equally teeny hardcover book. And you got it for $10.99 Canadian. Very well done. That is great. I don't own that and I would like to. All right. Here we go. Scrolling through. Don't want to miss anybody. Okay. I feel like I've gotten to everyone. Can you just check if you're here? Did you get your reading? I am just scrolling through to make sure I did indeed. I at least remember. Michael Gunther, did you ask for a reading? Do you want one? Are you here? And Christy Curtin, same. Are you here? Do you want a reading? Did I get to everyone? Just scrolling through. And while I'm doing that, I do want to remind you all to join us tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is already up as we use tarot to celebrate the equinox. And I feel like I have gotten to everyone. So thank you so much. There are links in the description to book a session with me. Please do. To read the newsletter and to subscribe to the newsletter if you have not already done so. And Wendy is also dropping a link to make an appointment. Please do so. Again, I want to say thank you so much to the members, the moderators, people giving super chats, super stickers, all of that. I really appreciate all of you. Please come back tonight. And thank you all so very much. I'm going to say this village has been a happy accident for me. I did not expect this to turn into what it's turned into. And I'm so glad that it has and can't wait to see where we go next. Take really good care. Thanks.